888-941-PAGS, 888-941-7247, joepags.com. We go to the phone lines. Let's go to Michigan, which is where Rashida Tlaib is from. And let's talk to Randy. Randy, what's going on? Hi.
Hey, big time, Joe.
What's happening, Randy?
Well, Joe, I'm not a supporter of what she did. I don't condone it, but
Good.
I see her crowd no different than the crowd who cheered and ran it and was all happy when Trump called the 20-year-old football players SOBs, and he didn't use the acronym, and he called them that more than once, referring, I guess, to their mothers or whatever. But he got a big crowd of applause from it, and I think if you're going to admonish her, you should. That the right guys on the right should have admonished him.
What did I say after he said it?
Just as vehement. Well, it's not just you.
Well, you called my hold on. You called my show, though. I mean, you should actually go on what I say. I'm not all you guys on the right. I'm one dude. I sing dumb songs. I talk about farts on the radio, and I'm a different kind of guy. So let's talk about my reaction. When he said that, I said, yeah, he probably went over the line. But at the same time, he was responding to their vehement attacks about his racism and how he's oppressive and he's all these other things. Trump is a guy who responds. But why did you add the fact that they're 20 years old? Why did that help your argument?
I'm not saying it helps my argument.
No, but that's what you said. You said he called the 20-year-old football players SOBs. Why'd you say their age?
A lot of them are.
Well, why didn't you say millionaire football players? Why didn't you say that?
No, because I'm really more offended by him saying that about their mothers. He
wasn't talking about their mothers. He obviously that's a term that look. My friends call me SOB sometimes, and I don't think they mean my mother. And I think that you're smart enough to know that too. You don't sound like you're 14 years old, and you sound like a very smart guy. But are you truly comparing?
What does SOB mean?
Okay, Randy, let's not be dumb. Let's not be dumb. Okay, because people call me things all the time. If they're my friends, I know they don't mean my mother. Now, he wasn't friendly with them, but he wasn't talking about their mothers. He was cutting them down. He was trying to use some sort of offensive term, and he did, and I wasn't necessarily for it. I think he could have taken the high road. You and I actually agree that he should not have said that. But are you actually comparing him calling them SOBs, and he said the words, you're right, he didn't use the abbreviation. Are you actually comparing that to a newly elected and sworn in representative from your state calling the sitting president of the United States an MFer? Are you really making that comparison?
I've already said she shouldn't have done that.
No, I understand that, but I want you to compare apples and apples. You're talking about the president of the United States.
I'm saying the same crowd that she had cheering is the same crowd he had cheering. And in some circles, Joe, SOB is a very offensive term.
Randy, you're making something out of SOB that it's not, and I understand why you're doing it because it bolsters your argument. Same reason why you said 20-year-old football players. You should have said millionaire football players who are violating the rules of the NFL by kneeling and disrespecting our flag and our military. But you obviously don't believe that, so you want to take their side, and they're these poor, humble, oppressed 20-year-olds, I guess. No, they're not. They're very rich men. They're very rich men who play a game, and they make on average. Hold on, Randy, stop. Randy, nobody can hear you when I speak. Stop. If you want to have a conversation, we can do that. Stop while I'm speaking. These are guys that make on average $2 million a year to play a game, and they're fighting oppression. Understand me when I say LeBron James calling NFL owners slave master mentality, old white men, is more offensive than anything that these players are protesting. So the idea that you want to call them 20-year-old, you're basically saying they're barely even adults, and how dare he attack their mothers. You're smarter than that. Make a real argument to me so I can understand why you support the football players and why you agree with me that the president shouldn't have said SOB. And then somehow compare it to what Rashida Tlaib said, because so far, all of these straw man arguments aren't working with me. Now, I'm going to shut up and let you tell me whatever you want. Go ahead.
Joe, I never said I supported them kneeling. I'm a Gold Star family. I thought it was I don't know that they're kneeling for what they say or what they're not. Me, I stand for the flag.
Good, me too.
And I hold my hand, Pledge of Allegiance.
Good.
But I was just as offended when Mr. Trump disrespected the Gold Star family. I'm not a supporter of McCain, but I was terribly outraged.
Randy, you just went to Gold Star families. I want to stop you. For those who don't understand, Gold Star family means you lost somebody in combat or you lost somebody in the military, and I'm sorry for that. I really am. Having said that, why are we talking about him attacking a Gold Star family now when you know very well that Gold Star family attacked him first? They took out the Constitution out of his pocket at the DNC and attacked the man running for president of the United States. He responded to them.
Joe?
Yes, he responded to them. Yes, he gets to respond to them. But listen, because
it was okay to
Randy, because Randy. Because what he said about
McCain.
What he said about McCain was not okay, and I said so. You should listen closer. I think you're generalizing me as every talk show host, and that's not going to fly with me. At the end of the day, you don't listen to my show. Listen more. Get off the phone. You don't listen to my show, then don't call me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Carrie? Look, I am so ready to defend anything that I've said or done on my show. Don't call me about what Rush or Sean or Glenn or anybody else, Michael, anybody else said, because none of that flies with me. I don't even know what they say. I can't defend them or what they have or haven't said. And I don't know that anything that he said was what they said. But it seemed to me when I called him out on pretending these were poor young men who are being attacked by the president, when I brought out the fact that they're millionaires, when I brought out the fact that they're disrespecting the military members and our flag and our anthem, then he changed tunes. Well, I do stand up, and I'm a Gold Star family. I said, your sacrifice is immense. I can appreciate that. I'm sorry about that. But then he talked about how the president attacked the Gold Star family. These are straw man arguments that just aren't true, and each and every one could be knocked out. Every single one. He didn't attack a Gold Star family. That family attacked him. They talked about how he was a racist and he was oppressive and he was a this and he was a that and a something-ophobe and Islamophobe, whatever, and the guy takes out his Constitution. If you think that because you're a Gold Star family, that means you can say and do anything you want to anybody you want, you don't get that kind of a pass. Do you get more leeway? Yes. But do you get a pass to attack, and nobody can ever respond? Well, of course not. And what he said about John McCain not being a war hero wasn't okay. But we also forget that 2 seconds later he said he was a war hero. We forget the fact that he fixed it. We only want to talk about that he said it. Now, Carrie, in your opinion, is what Rashida Tlaib said on the same level as what the president said about the football players?
I do not think so.
I mean, it's a different realm. You're talking about football players that have been attacking him, calling him every name, racist, homophobe, Islamophobe, misogynist, down the line. They called him everything they possibly could. And he as a business owner at a rally said, these SOBs kneel down, fire them, or fire these SOBs, whatever he said. And I don't think the president needs to go the low road and use some form of profanity. Although the B word I can say all day, it's a female dog. It's not a word that can't be said on the air. But so it's not you can't say MF. You can't say that. There's a reason why one is a much higher level of offense to the FCC and anybody else than the other. I can say the B word all day. I don't choose to, but I can. You can't say the F word. And the fact that she was on an open mic in front of a bunch of people, at least 100 people, if not more, and everybody burst out laughing and thought it was great, that tells me the level of her supporters, and it tells me the level of her morality and her vulgarity. That's the truth. I don't agree with everything the president says and does. And when he's taken the extreme low road, I've had to say, I wouldn't have said that. But at the same time, man, let's talk apples and apples. Carrie, why do you think he switched to Gold Star family suddenly? Then he's switching to everything. Then he switched to McCain. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, maybe because he doesn't listen to this show or listen to what you say, he's just kind of lumping you in with all the other talk show hosts that he's heard.
All you guys on the right. Well, no, talk about what I've said. Yeah. And if I've said something that's offensive or that you want to argue or debate about, look, I'm good at that. Let's do it. But you call in and you want to argue about something that I actually agree with you on, that doesn't make any sense. It's like the guy who called yesterday, the guy Lauren, wants to talk about Eric Garner because he thought that I was talking about breathing or I can't breathe in the T-shirts, and I wasn't. We were talking about live PD, which is a very different thing. 888-941-PAGS, joepags.com. Coming right back. Stay here.